Hi, I'm Tim, and on behalf of the entire Apollo family, I'm super excited that you've chosen us for your RV experience. I'm about to share with you all the tips and tricks on operating your RV. So your two best friends on your travels will be your Apollo Connect app and the how-to guide. With the Apollo Connect app, you can find local points of interest, get prepared for your road trip with our safe drive and how-to videos, and with our friends at Camp Stay, find and book campgrounds and holiday parks. Your second best friend will be the how-to guide. The how-to guide contains all the relevant instructions on the features of your chosen RV. First of all, we'll quickly run through the symbols used throughout the how-to guide. No driving during procedure. This symbol indicates that the procedure cannot be completed whilst the vehicle is in motion. Requires electricity. This symbol indicates the procedure is only available when you're connected to 240 mains power at a campground. Requires gas. This symbol indicates the procedure functions with LPG from the gas bottle. Requires battery. This symbol indicates the 12-volt battery system is required for the operation. Use dump station. This symbol indicates the procedure should only be performed at a registered dump station. Your Eurotourer comes with a bunch of keys. You've got a vehicle remote, a safe key, toilet and gas key, and fresh water key. Also with the keys, don't separate the keys, don't leave the key in the ignition, and have the keys on you at all times. Your RV can be plugged into 240 volt mains power, and this is where you'll connect it up to. First you'll need the extension lead from the rear. So the first thing you'll notice with the lead is it's got a large earth pin. That means it's rated to 15 amps and can only be plugged into 15 amp outlets. Most campgrounds in Australia will have these outlets. So when connecting your lead to the vehicle, just make sure you get a really nice solid connection with the large earth pin at the bottom, and continue on to plug this in at the campground. Make sure the circuit breaker is in the on position. Turn off all appliances prior to disconnecting from the power inlet. Disconnect and store the lead before moving your RV. The grey water is the water collected from the shower and the sink. Check the level of the grey water tank at the control panel regularly. You'll need to turn the water pump switch on first, then push the monitor button. So when it's time to empty your grey water tank, you'll need your grey water hose from the back of the vehicle, and you'll connect it to here, the outlet for the grey water tank. Just push it in and pull these two handles back. Make sure you put the other end firmly in the dump station, and then turn the valve horizontal, which will release the water. Your RV comes with a fresh water tank that supplies water to the shower, toilet, and the sink. We recommend you don't drink this water. Check the level of the fresh water tank at the control panel. When getting close to empty, or every 2 days, simply refill here at the water inlet. You'll need the fresh water key and the hose. Make sure the hose is inserted as far as possible, and don't let go of it while refilling. Connect the hose to the tap using the adapter provided. Once the tank is full, disconnect the hose, remembering to take the adapter with you. Your RV comes with one gas bottle, which is stored right here. The LPG is used when cooking at the stove and used during the hot water process. The vehicle must be on level ground for the system to work. When you require LPG, turn on the valve all the way. Remember to close the valve when departing. The fridge operates using the 12-volt battery and the 240 mains power when connected at a campground. Simply switch on at the main control panel and set to the desired temperature. We recommend you set the fridge to 4. The lights work off the 12-volt system. Just remember to turn them off when they're not in use, or you will drain the battery if you're not connected to mains power. Simply turn on and off at the main control panel, and also at each individual light. When you're ready to cook, your RV's got a fantastic little cooker here. It's got 3 gas burners powered by the LPG bottle. You'll need to go outside and turn the gas on at the bottle. Make sure you open the valve all the way. To start with, you must have the range hood on in order to light the stove. To use the gas burners, push and rotate the dial and hold and press the ignite switch. Continue to hold the dial to ensure the gas stays lit. Once you've finished cooking, wait a while until the stove has cooled down enough before lowering the lid. The RV has a hot water system that is fueled by the LPG and ignited by the 12-volt system. This provides hot water for the sink and the shower. To start the process, turn on the LPG at the bottle. Turn on the water heater switch and select 60 degrees on the boiler. Wait at least 30 minutes for the water to heat. If you see the red light on the boiler, the gas has failed to ignite the system. Wait 1 minute and start the process again. Once heated, the water can be used by turning on the 12-volt water pump switch. The air conditioning unit's only going to work when you're connected to 240-volt mains power at the campground. To turn on, just simply use the remote, and really importantly, before you disconnect the mains power, turn the air conditioning off with the remote first. Your microwave's only going to work when you're connected to mains power at a campground. When you drive away, we recommend that you stow the plate away for safekeeping. The power points allow you to use your 240-volt appliances. These will only work when connected to mains power at a campground. The toilet uses water from the fresh water tank and 12-volt battery to flush. Turn on the toilet and water pump switches before using the toilet. Open the toilet lever, press the blue button to flush. Once finished, close the lever. The waste from the toilet is collected in a cassette accessed here. The toilet lever will need to be shut before the toilet cassette can be pulled out. When you're emptying your toilet cassette, please use a registered dump station just like this one. Unscrew the cap and empty the cassette. When your cassette's empty, just use the hose to give it a nice flush out and you're good to go. Once clean, insert the cassette back and add 1 toilet chemical with 1 cup of water to charge the toilet cassette. Once you've finished your holiday, return the RV and leave the toilet cassette clean and completely empty. The Lagoon table is removable and must be removed when converting the lounge to the bed. Remove the tabletop by loosening the lever. If you run out of room, simply pull the handle to disengage the gear, rotate, re-engage the gear and continue to loosen. The arm and leg can be stored underneath the table by sliding into this groove and locking off. To convert the rear lounge into a bed, undo the table and place in between the seats. Get the extra bedboard from behind the driver's seat. Remove the side cushions and use to fill the gap to complete your mattress. Some Eurotourers will have a bedboard that slides across to fill the gap. Simply lift the locking pin to release the slide. Remove the side cushions and use to fill the gap to complete your mattress. Alright guys, that's it from me. Don't forget, your 2 best friends are going to be your how-to guide and the Apollo Connect app. We wish you all the best on your trip and we'll see you next time.